Hello, wonderful souls. Welcome to 2023. It's going to be a good year. Today I'm talking about the eagle, continuing on something that I started with the emissaries. I'm going to tell you a little story that describes kind of where we are right now. And I also want to make a little forecast of what I think might happen this year as well. Okay? So I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I was listening to a video made by Harry. Hiya Harry, how are you doing? I'm really enjoying your short little videos, very thought-provoking. And I was listening to him talking about waking people up and how it could even be a distraction to us, yeah? And it made me think of a story about a prophet who had been sent to a village to preach to the village. And he went there and with, obviously when you're sent by God, you're full of beans, aren't you? He was full of beans and he was there and he's going, God wants you to change. You've got to change. You've got to wake up to what's happening. You've got to wake up to yourselves. Change. Anyway, nobody changed. Nobody took any notice of him and he went on and on and on and nothing changed at all. And it was about 6 months later. There was a man sitting who used to watch the prophet every day, and he walked up to him and he said, listen, I've got to ask you. You stand here every day preaching the word of God. Nobody's taking any notice of you. They used to hold you in disdain. Now they just ignore you. Why do you keep doing it? And the prophet said, well, at the beginning, I did it genuinely because I thought I might be able to change people. He said, but the truth of the matter is that I continue to do it just so that they don't change me. And I think maybe that's where we are. My wife Cynthia said to me, are we becoming bad company? Are we becoming the people that people don't want around because we are, here in Spain there's an expression, aguafiestas, the people who pour water on parties, party poopers. And in some respects we are, unfortunately, because we can't enter into the madness. We have to comment on it. We can't, just recently everyone's been talking about football. Football's been the most important thing ever. And of course, when you understand that, the bread and circus distraction is just football's part of it. It's very difficult to kind of get into the spirit of it. I've never got into the spirit of football, but even so, it's kind of like you're biting your tongue not to say stuff. And again, like the prophet, many times it's because we've got a position that I'm very jealous of my position. Like my position of where I've worked hard to get in this place. And I don't want anybody giving me mental hypnosis to try and change my opinion on that. Yeah? I don't want that because it isn't that I haven't got an open mind, but I know where they are because I came from there. So I know where that is. I don't want to go back there. Yeah. So I wonder how many of us are like the prophet, where we are speaking out just so that we're safe. It keeps us from changing. Yeah. So the other thing I want to talk about is the something I saw the other day, which made me laugh and made me think. And when you see something and your mind just goes zzz, and that's what my mind did. It was a tweet. And it was a very simple tweet, and all it said was, being a conspiracy theorist is now becoming the most vogue thing you can do. And I thought, wow, is that how it's going to happen? You see, what I'm aware of is that literally conspiracies are coming out of the closet, or they're not. You've got Elon Musk. No matter what you think of him, he said whatever that you thought was a conspiracy, it was, and more so. Okay, we've got people like Joe Rogan, who on his podcast, I just saw one where he was playing the JFK speech about the corrupt elite conspiracy behind the world. Right? He was just playing that. He's got millions and millions of followers. Okay, so what's very, very obvious at the moment is that conspiracy theorism is becoming quite mainstream. Now, we all know what the baddies do. They take something, I'm thinking, is this going to convert into the Ice Bucket Challenge? The conspiracy theorist challenge, where you have to give your favourite conspiracy theory and then you have to nominate somebody to give their favourite one. I can just see it going that way. But I'm just wondering if that's going to be part of the way that is going to work. And I'll explain in another video what the signs, the emissaries talked about 3 signs that we're going to see, which will be the process. Okay? But I think what I see happening is that conspiracy theorism is going to become mainstream. It's going to be the main. And everyone's just going to say, yeah, of course. Right? That in and of itself, they'll try and hijack it. I know they will. But it doesn't matter. Because that will then lead us to the next step. Remember, the steps are very simple in terms of when you know that you've just been lied to about something really important, then your mind says, if I'm lied about that, what else have I been lied to about? Okay, it's a very simple process. But I just thought it was interesting, because thanks to what's happening, we are being vindicated, are we not? And remember, all of these conversations we've had as a prophet speaking and nobody was listening, now they're starting to see that come into reality. And, their mind is going to have to be saying, Jesus, that's what my brother-in-law was saying 2 years ago. He said that. Okay, that's their business. But we did it. We said it. We said what needed to be said, yeah? Okay, so let me talk a little bit about a conversation I had with the emissaries. I wanted to clear up. Let me tell you what happened. So the last time when I give you the information about what they were talking about with the ego and this course I've got to do and stuff like that, when I'm talking with the emissaries, I speak out loud and they answer inside. Okay? But they answer in so many different ways. They don't always answer in words. They answer sometimes in images, sometimes in feelings, sometimes in knowings. So when they were talking to me, I got this series of I get them quite often with them, oh my God. Okay? The problem is that they don't always last. And then when I'm trying to, what I was trying to do was trying to recapture that, oh my God. And I couldn't quite, sometimes it was coming and then it was disappearing. So I thought, well, let's ask again. I want to be absolutely clear about what their idea is. Okay?